1360 AM. WNJC, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station. Brought to you from Forsyth Broadcasting. Or listen to us at WNJCradio.com.
Do you feel blame?
No.
Feel really?
Oh, yeah.
Are you mad?
Uh-huh.
Do you feel like Woods Bob Replenish?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What kind of crap?
Alrighty then. Hello, everyone. It is the Doc and Amy Show here at 5 o'clock, WNJC Radio. We want to welcome you back. We have obviously been gone for a week, planning all sorts of frivolity and craziness for you. You can get in contact with us today. We will be having a guest joining us. Here in a second, I will give you the appropriate number to call. If you want to join in with us and play along, you can call us at 856-232-7077 and join in and give us some feedback. Give us anything that you got. Complaints, recipes, we don't care.
Recipes?
You can also... Thank you, darling. Thank you very much for that. You're wearing it out, really.
That's cool.
So she does it again. You can go to our website, thedocandamyshow.com. You can twit us at Doc and Amy Show. All kinds of things. So you can email us, docandamy@gmail.com. And I think we're probably right now, if you look up, there's an airplane pulling our banner right over your house. So please join us in whatever fashion. We are going to have a guest here today that is going to... what are you doing?
I'm just clicking on sound effects.
I love it when you do that. Stop! And with us today, John usually is in the studio with us producing. Today we have a new member of the crew, and I've forgotten your name already. I'm sorry.
Dean.
I'm Dean.
Dean. I was going to say, I don't know what I was going to say. Anyway, thank you, Dean, for helping us out here and staying in charge of everything.
It's great to be here with you guys.
I definitely appreciate all the efforts of everyone behind the board because I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's why I'm here.
We know. We know.
Whatever. So today we're going to be talking with Dan from New Orleans, and we're going to be... What is this now that you're playing? What is that?
It's a fighter jet.
Okay, whatever relevance that has. You can just make it up as you go, Amy. That's fine. Dean, just turn the mic off.
Hey, you could do it by yourself. I'll go take a nap in the car.
Well, I'm being strafed here. It's kind of hard to concentrate.
Is that your word of the day?
Bombers going over.
Strafed.
I'm strafed, yes.
Okay.
You're a strafist. Help, strafe. So, anyway. It's so hard to be in charge of something that's totally out of control.
Don't try.
I give up after about 5 minutes. Today we're going to be talking about some things that are happening in the news. I'm working on some guests for in the future. I've got a couple of Congress people, senatorial type folks, more entertainers.
Very exciting.
More well, they have to have a sense of humor being up in that neck of the woods.
Yeah, that's no kidding.
So I'm still working, trading phone calls back and forth with Tippi Hedren. So we're hoping to have her on. You remember her from Hitchcock movies, The Birds and Marnie.
Loved that movie.
Yes.
When did we watch that? Like 6 months ago? We watched it with the kids?
I don't know. I forgot what I was doing before I got here. I don't know.
That's a good movie.
Probably something where, yeah.
It's a good flick.
We have had in the past. We spoke to Dee Wallace, who was, of course, the mom in Cujo and E.T. That was a blast. We talked to Tabitha from Bewitched. All of these people are celebrating very big anniversaries this year, 30 years for E.T., 50 years for Bewitched when it first aired. We also are in the works. We have Dawn Wells, who played Marianne on Gilligan's Island. So we have already, between the age-old question, Ginger or Marianne, we have made our decision, and we'll be talking to her. So if you'd like to talk to us again, you can give us a call, 232-7077. We would love to hear from you. Always, certainly between shows you can Google us or something. I don't know. Now, you have some things that you were working on. Do you have anything you want to pop in here right now while we wait on Dan to join us?
Sure.
Dan will be doing our Two People, One Quote today. So it's going to be a remote contest, and he is in line to win some CDs if he does well.
Oh.
And if he doesn't,
What do I win?
I'm giving them to him anyway. So, what do you win?
You know what? You know what I don't like?
Well, I get a changing list every day. What is it today?
It drives me insane, which I know I can change my settings and I need to just do it. But when you flip to a web page and it auto plays a video, especially if there's multiple videos that are commercials.
Oh, you mean like ads and things like that?
Anything. It just auto plays it. It drives me insane.
How about you, Dina? Does that kill you when you're trying to listen to something and all of a sudden you're advertising knives or something in your face?
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. I mean, all the news websites do that all the time. It's a little...
What are you drinking there, Dean?
Oh, it's a strawberry banana cream smoothie.
That looks pretty tasty.
It is pretty good.
Any booze in it?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I have to drive home.
What an amateur.
No, I have to drive home.
Huh?
We're in New Jersey, and I have to drive home.
Yeah.
Forget about that?
Just wait around a little bit. I mean, you can get pretty gassed, and a couple hours later
you're
you're
done. I'm going right home.
See? He's smart.
Hey, I'm surprised you're not gone already, really.
They haven't fired me yet.
No, I mean, just from what you've heard so far, I would hit the road.
I'm getting paid. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, see? There you go. He's
that's
sweet.
That's the spirit. They're very supportive there, Dean. Thank you very much.
He was
getting
gonna be
paid.
nice.
It doesn't matter.
Under these circumstances, it's more like a bribe, I think. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the Two People, One Quote.
No, John's on vacation.
That sort of thing. I believe it's very possible Dan may be joining us right now. Dan from the New Orleans area. You with us, Dan?
Hello.
Hey, loud and clear.
Yeah,
My
no
God, that's
kidding.
nice. How you doing, buddy?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys today?
We are. The show is dropping like a stone already, so bear with us. No, we've just had some chit chat here and talked about several complaints and that sort of thing. So we got that out
Most
of the
of
way.
them mine.
Yes. Well, what's new? So anyway, Dan, we want to get some background on you, and Dan and I have known each other for quite a while, but I'm going to let you do your own little bio here so that folks can kind of get acquainted with you.
Oh, well, Doc and I go back quite a ways to school days back in Indiana.
Yep.
And through Navy and have reconnected. And I spent 6 years in the Navy and have lived in various places like Illinois and New Orleans since then, and just living life.
Yeah, I want to mention to make sure everybody this is accurate. The school that he mentioned was Reform School. And I as well spent 6 years in the Navy, so we had some time there where we were pretty much in the same parts of the globe intermittently. And now Dan is a technical trainer and is a fix-it guy par excellence for very technical equipment. Did I get to nail that pretty good?
Well,
is that correct, Dan? I mean, he can't hear me. Are you still there, buddy?
just say yes.
I think we may indeed have lost. Oh, wait a minute.
You're right. I do work on technical equipment, medical imaging things, MRI scanners, CT scan, nuclear medicine, all that fun stuff.
That's to me, because I'm a Toyjet, that's interesting kind of stuff.
A what?
I'm a gadget freak.
I just hit my nose on the microphone.
Again?
I never did it before. In the last couple of weeks, I've been hitting my nose. Is it growing? Have I been lying too much?
You have to define too much. But I'm sorry, Dan, this happens. Now, what we would like to do, this is something we do every week. And for those of you just joining us, maybe for the first time, we do an ongoing segment called Two People, One Quote. And in that, Amy will supply a quote. And she will also give two potential authors for that quote. And Dan, today will have to try to determine which is the accurate author of that quote. So, are you ready for this, Dan? You want to play along with us? Wow, nothing like dead air.
Crickets.
Maybe there's a time lag. I don't know. Maybe the cell towers. He's
Yeah, we could. That could be because he has us on speakerphone driving.
I think so. Yes.
I can just do this with you.
Well, let's see. Are you still there, Dan? Can you hear me? Well, this is scintillating radio.
Let's just do this.
Sorry.
Oh, there he is.
I'm still here.
Okay. We're trying to. He just missed a deer. Okay. Now, are you up for this? We're going to do this 2 people, 1 quote. Amy's going to talk to you, and we'll see if we can make this work.
All right, I'll try. It's tricky to hear you guys. It's not like I'm on the air, and it's kind of like we're on a speakerphone on the other side of the room there.
Okay. Well,
we kind of are.
Amy's mic
probably
has
the
traditionally
problem.
been a little bit more dependable than mine, so we will see how this works for you. Amy, take it away and see what we
Yeah,
can
and
come up
if he can't hear me, then I'll just do it with you.
well, Dean, you'll have to leave the room. Okay. Sounds good. Let's just take off on this, see what happens.
Hooters is coming out with a new loyalty program to help frequent customers track their receipts and orders. So if you're someone who goes to Hooters enough to take part in their loyalty program, I'm sorry your wife got the house. Was that Jimmy Fallon or Conan O'Brien?
And he's taking time to formulate an answer.
Oh, that's a tricky one. I'm going to have to go with Jimmy on that.
You're right.
Awesome. Now, this is coming along nicely. We've got Dan with 1 already. He's on the board, so we will see if he can maintain that commanding lead.
Okay. President Obama is in Japan today. They showed him a robot developed by Honda that can kick a soccer ball. It's cute watching the president interact with a prototype that will someday enslave us all, isn't it? Jimmy Kimmel or Seth Meyers?
I'm going to go with Seth on that one.
You would be wrong. It was actually Jimmy Kimmel. So now we're tied.
It's 1 each.
That's better than John's been doing.
You know, now, given the late night hosts in question currently, what I had told John in confidence was maybe picking Jimmy gives you a better 50-50 shot.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Okay. The third quote. Today is Take Your Child to Work Day, or as kids refer to it, Play with an iPad in the Corner Day. Was it Seth Meyers or Jimmy Kimmel?
That sounds more like Jimmy to me.
It was Seth.
Oh, my God. Well, maybe my advice was wrong there, Dan. Don't listen to me. Never take my advice.
John's coaching me.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, it is 2 for Amy, 1 for Dan. We do 5, so anything could happen. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. A pharmaceutical company in Canada is offering $47 billion to buy the company that makes Botox. People at Botox were pretty excited. I mean, you should have seen the look that wasn't on their faces. Was it David Letterman or Jimmy Fallon?
Okay, I'm going to have to go with Letterman on that.
It was Jimmy Fallon. I want somebody to beat me one day.
Oh my God! I've been tempted, but it's inappropriate.
John, I really did.
Well, we still have 1 to go. We always play 5. You got a chance to double your score, Dan. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
I never know what to get the Earth for Earth Day, so I just bought in an iTunes gift card and buried it. Whatever. Was it Jimmy Kimmel or David Letterman?
Let's go with Jimmy.
Yes.
So
did he win? Did Dan win?
Dan actually had 2 correct answers.
Oh, okay.
Amy had 3 correct answers.
I wanted him to win. I
But
should have lied.
Dan, for being runner-up, we're going to send you some CDs. We have a Drew Jacobs CD. We have a pair of those. And we also have a Todd Chappelle CD. And we're going to get that out to you just for playing. How's that sound? Well, try to contain yourself. You don't want to run anybody off the road.
Now John's going to want something.
Well, I'll see what I have in my pocket.
Are you going to go mail it right now?
Yes, I am. I'll be right back. I just want to know. I am. The Drew Jacobs is I'm allergic to my job, and his other offering is if 50's the new 30. And we have a Todd Chappelle CD, Morning People. And there's something else here. I'm sure I'll find it. Anyway, we're going to get that out to you. You know what? One answer. It's either way it could have gone there because it's just one answer in the balance. So
I like reading the quotes because most of them, they have pretty good writers. I like Seth Meyers the best. I think he's the funniest.
you should do all 5 of them, Seth Meyers, and see what happens.
Well, now you just gave it away. So,
Well, not today. Anyway, thanks, Dan. You did as well as John's been doing. So, no harm, no foul there.
nobody can beat me. I'm unstoppable.
I guess. Yeah, well, it's your game.
What's up with that? All I can think about is I have visions of chicken and dumplings in my head. I can't wait to go home and eat them.
It's a country Christmas. Hello.
They're good. Chicken and dumplings are awesome.
Well,
Every week, did you notice that I crave one food every week? It's always something I'm craving.
yes. Well, you got to eat, so that's okay.
Yeah.
So now, Dan, you're heading where? You said you're heading to Texas someplace? There's a heck of a time lag.
Yes, I'm about, let's see, 75 miles east of Dallas right now.
Oh, so you're pretty close then.
Wow. And that's not so long ago did some driving around Texas, and we took the Doc and Amy show on the road and went to
San
Antonio. And
I love Texas.
it was
I
pretty
loved
good.
it. I
was pretty
did. I always wanted to go there. I've been all over the world, and I always wanted to go to Texas. I don't know why, and I loved it.
Now you can just check that off your list.
People were so nice. The weather was great. There's lots of stuff to do, but I didn't feel like it was so congested like it is here.
Yeah, well, it
was awesome.
The state's the size of Germany.
I know,
so
it's huge.
Whatever. Now, where you seem to travel a lot, Dan, and do our conversations. I hear about you going all over the place. What is do you have like a radius of responsibility? Is there, or are you just? Is it? They'll send you all over the world.
For my normal work, I circle around the Baton Rouge, New Orleans, what we call North Shore and South Shore area. Lake Pontchartrain is the big lake there that's north of New Orleans.
Yeah, we've heard of that.
There's a number of cities up north of that as well.
Yeah, so now, I don't know, I think last time we talked, you were, I can't remember where you were heading. It seemed like it was quite a haul. Now, is this a teaching trip for you as well this time? We have to, there's some time delay here.
Yeah, there is.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This thing on?
Hello, can you hear me now? Yeah,
Hey, that's copyrighted. You can't say that.
Well, I think it's nothing we haven't done before.
So, no, this week I'm off to some technical training off in the Arlington area.
Oh, okay. So, you're not on the hook for doing the training, or is this something that?
Nope. I'm learning this week.
Well, good luck with that. I know it doesn't do whatever, I try, but I can't.
No, he's not a very good learner.
I don't grasp anything.
No.
Expanding my horizons.
He actually did write something on the list this week that we were out of, so I would know that we were out of it. That was today, actually.
Yeah.
That's fresh in my mind.
That
was exciting.
There's a grocery list posted on the refrigerator, and if we're out of something, you're supposed to write it on there. And
because I can't read minds. I lost the ability to do that several years ago. So,
well, and I just whatever. I just got a tweet from Todd Chappelle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
what does it say?
He basically retweeted my tweet. I said call in and win some CDs from Drew Jacobs and Todd Chappelle. See, I can type it, I just can't speak it. And
so he's letting everybody know to call in.
Yeah, because there's there you go.
I would want to win a CD. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, this is fun. This is
so. Here is my story.
Okay, Dan, hang on. This is we're gonna more scintillating radio. Amy has
this is probably my least interesting topic today. So I figured I'd start off and just go up from there.
We'll do the throwaways up front.
So these stories always crack me up because this is a Yahoo story, and it's a filler story. So It's 5 things not to say to a pregnant woman. So I just want to get your opinion on.
I never even speak to a pregnant woman.
Have you ever done this before? Because you say you put your foot in your mouth sometimes. So here's the first one. Do not say waddle, waddle, quack, quack, quack.
That's good advice right there.
Let me ask you. You've probably known a lot of pregnant women in your life. Who would ever say that to a pregnant woman? Shut up. You know what? That's great.
They couldn't all prove it.
Who would say that? Who would say something like that? That's crazy. Who would even think to waddle, waddle, quack, quack? Who says that?
Some folks are not what you would call gifted.
People who want to die?
Yeah, that's a suicide mission right there.
Kick him right in the crotch, man. It would all be over.
Well, so that's number 1.
Number 2 is you're so big.
Wow.
Well,
a woman could get away with that to another woman.
About her belly being so big.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A man does not want to put big in any sentence
ever.
Yeah, that's dealing with any aspect of her.
I would say, oh my gosh,
immediate surroundings.
You look so awesome. You hardly look like you gain any weight, but your belly is so big. That's what I would say.
I would never.
No, I would suggest not
Dean,
doing that either.
Never. Don't talk to pregnant women, Dean. It's always loser.
Okay, here's the third one. You must be having a insert boy or girl here.
Rhinoceros.
Not actually inserting it. Just put it in the.
Well, you're too late. Yeah.
Because your insert body part here is huge.
Excuse me?
Who says that?
I think you just completely.
Like they say if your butt gets big, then that means you're carrying a girl. So that's what it means. You must be having a girl because your butt is huge.
Wait. There's the innuendo there is just more than I can. I think my cerebral breaker is about to kick off here.
That I've heard people say.
So your butt is big, you're going to have a girl.
Yeah.
So what gets big if you're going to have it? Never mind. Just go on.
That's great. You do realize how you got that way, don't you? Who says that?
Who wrote this list?
I was drunk. I don't remember. Like what? You know what I mean? Like yeah, I remember. Come on.
I remember that it was my favorite team. That's I can narrow it down.
Oh my gosh! Hello. And then number 5, which I'd love to say, it's the worst pain you'll ever experience.
Now, did you skip one?
No, I said 4 of them. You weren't listening.
I did. You should be used to that by now.
Yeah, it's the worst pain you'll ever experience.
And that is totally wrong.
And I think it's funny. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, zip it.
If you were a boy with unlimited amounts of plywood and a Stingray bicycle with a gooseneck that stuck way up.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I'll give you a gooseneck. We'll put it to the test. I find it amusing when women who have had an epidural complain about how painful it was, because I didn't. And I'm not trying to say, yay me, roar, I am woman, I didn't have an epidural. It's not about that, but dude, you have no clue. Try going through the whole thing unmedicated.
Well,
that's really pain.
Here's why I say what I do, is because women go into it was the worst pain I ever had. You guys just don't know, blah, blah, blah. But you want to do it time and time again.
I've never said you
this
guys
hurt me
just
so bad.
don't
Let's
know.
do it again. No, I don't have, you cut off this hand? I kind of enjoyed that. Cut this one off too.
That's different though. You get a beautiful baby from it. It's worth the pain.
I
didn't complain about it.
If I got a gold brick out of it, I wouldn't want to pass one.
Really?
Yes.
As much as you like gold, that surprises me.
Well, I'll steal it. I'm not going. No, we're not going.
Steal it. That's great.
Okay.
Hope your probation officer isn't listening.
Now, Dan has witnessed some of the things that I have done.
Oh God!
In my past, when the time I was in kindergarten forward, I wanted to do stunts in the movie so badly that I practiced everything I saw on film. Now, I think Dan can attest to this. You've seen some of the painful things that I put myself through, right? As we take this time span and try to shrink it a little bit.
I think he's having a hard time.
Are you still there, buddy?
I think he's having a hard time hearing us.
I'm out here. I'm just having a really really hard time hearing you guys.
I'm sorry. Well, we'll run your antenna up a little higher. No, I was
not the 80s.
What I was saying, yeah, take off your aluminum foil hat, man. No, I was saying that I did a lot of crazy things in my youth that you were probably remember witnessing, or maybe not, because we did a lot of crazy things in our youth.
Oh my gosh.
So I feel like that I'm in a unique position to talk about the worst pain you've ever had. And I just wanted you to kind of jump in there and bear me out on that I used to do some pretty crazy things.
Okay.
The stairs, having people hit me with their cars, things like that. I think he really is having a hard time hearing us.
Let's just move on.
Okay. Now, that was it for that list, correct?
Yeah, I think that was long enough, don't you think?
I think it was ludicrous. Some of that, I wouldn't even think.
Who would say waddle, waddle, quack, quack to a pregnant woman? Unless they had a death wish.
It's not entirely safe to say I love you to a pregnant woman.
Yeah, the hormones can really get to you.
Oh, my God, yes. So, I think it's safe to say that just about anything on any list has some hazard to it.
You're probably right about that.
Now, here's a story about a woman who was in the hospital.
Oh, that's elevating.
In Greensburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
She was, and it doesn't tell us the reason for her being in the hospital. However, her name was Excella West. No, wait, that's the name of the hospital. I'm doing good here, boy.
Her name was Westboro Hospital.
Her name was Sue Memorial. She was in the Excella Westmoreland Hospital in Greensburg. And I was looking for a name here. Anyway, this woman, the hospital security became really suspicious when she had a very large number of people going in and out of her room. So they sent an undercover informant in there who bought $90 worth of heroin from the woman. Again, being treated for an undisclosed ailment.
She's a hard worker.
Well,
don't even stop when she's in the hospital.
That's not even close. Police search of the room also uncovered $3,800 in heroin, 2 syringes, and $1,400 in cash. Here it is. 38-year-old Lori Sullenberger was charged Tuesday with felony and misdemeanor drug charges. It wasn't clear if she'd hired a lawyer. Well, she certainly got the cash. So she's selling heroin out of her hospital room. I got to say that, that's industrious.
She's got some good work ethic. I mean, most people are in the hospital, they stop working, and she just kept going. I mean, you got to give her credit for that.
Hey, it's the scenario. So,
if I were selling heroin,
I could see that happening.
That's insane.
You won't even use sugar, okay? Whatever.
Whatever.
But if you're an IV drug user and you have an IV right there with you, it increases your credibility.
Yeah, really, exactly.
I thought
that's crazy.
That was I was beside myself when I read that. Actually, I'd never thought I'd been in the hospital a few times. Never occurred to me that I could have made money while I was there.
Yeah, there you go. See, you missed out. That's a shame.
Well, I missed out on a lot.
Better be nice today. You're going to miss out on a lot more. Excuse me.
Well, why should today be any different?
You always one-up me.
Okay. That one I'm leaving alone.
Yeah, see there.
I'm not going there.
That was a good thing.
Dan, are you still with us? Can you bail me out here?
Just barely.
Okay. Well, hang in there, man. I'm sorry we're having some communication troubles, but we'll keep checking in with you. We're trying to get everything on track so that we can communicate a little better here. Now, the idea of saying these things to the pregnant woman, I just can't really get behind that. Making stupid comments to a pregnant woman. I mean, they still have all of their knees and nails and teeth.
Yeah,
it's not something you want to do.
Unless they're from Indiana. And then some of that might be missing.
Well, then they have weapons.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, that's true.
There's another comment I got to let go. Anyway, what we're going to do right now, and Dan, hang in there with us as long as you can. You'll be hearing a pre-recorded segment here. We'd like to go to a commercial break here. Some folks help us pay the bills and support us, and we love having them have their say. So we're going to be pausing here for a minute or so, and we will be right back with the Doc and Amy Show. Do you have our commercials ready to? Dean is over here still reeling from the pregnant woman thing.
Well,
we have a different computer, if you remember. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, those won't play. They're just filed on the.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second.
we also
there's a technical.
There was a computer explosion.
Yes.
There was a computer explosion. So
yes,
we're trying to kind of come back from that.
So our commercial apparently went into the bit bucket.
Doc got hit in the head and
yes,
he got a concussion. So I think we're ready. Here we go.
Make that? Let's see what happens.
Here we go.
You hear it?
Doc and Amy Show.
Yep.
I just wanted to let you in on a secret of mine. CPS Computers. They've been serving the area's computer needs for over 8 years now. And when it comes to computers, they can help you out too. They have a wide variety of new PCs and laptops to choose from. They do free diagnostics, and they can repair your broken machine for you. That's CPS Computers. They're at 722 Mantua Pike at the Heights Plaza in Woodbury Heights, and they're between the Subway and the Dollar Tree. Visit them or call 856-251-1007. That's 251-1007. And be sure to tell them Doc and Amy sent you. And don't forget about CPS Computers' second location in Cinnaminson at 1204 US 130, suite number 4. They have all the same equipment, same deals, same diagnostics that you need for your computer. Give them a call, 856-829-8300. That's 829-8300. CPS Computers in Cinnaminson. All right. We are back. Sorry for those technical glitches.
Well, that can kind of happen when a computer explodes.
Well, yeah,
so.
and Dean, he has not run our show before, so we're just dropping him the bomb right on him. So we apologize for that.
The second bomb this week.
That's well, there you go. And there was another bomb there.
My iPhone.
No, that's not good. That's an expensive bomb.
Yeah.
I have a couple stories.
Okay, go ahead. I was just looking for one of mine here. My computer is, I think, trying to explode.
Okay, there we go. Well, the Pro-Choice Alliance announced that Toronto Mayor Rob Ford will be their new poster boy, along with the slogan, "This could have been prevented." Okay. So in response, Rob Ford said, "Look, Mom, on a poster." That is a true story.
Is it?
No, I made that up.
No. Well, I know that the police, I can't remember, I'll find it here because I was going to cover this at some point anyway. I believe it was New York. The police were busting these ladies for prostitution, and they were using as evidence in their prosecutorial behalf the fact that they had condoms on them. And they're saying now that they can't use that as evidence against them. Could be that they just signed up for Obamacare. I mean, don't they send you like a case of those?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, I think that was the whole reason. It's not really evidence anymore. What else you got?
Well, I have a couple stories, or I have a quiz. Which would you like to do?
Well, let's get the quiz out of the way because they're always so painful.
Okay. Thank you. You're so sweet. I like this one, and because it's a classic, it has a picture of a classic Mickey Mouse on it, the old-time Mickey Mouse, and the youngest one loves the old-time Mickey Mouse, so I had to do this
Steamboat
one.
Willie kind of Mickey
Steamboat
Mouse,
Willie error, yes. So it's, which classic Disney cartoon character are you?
Which classic Disney cartoon character am I? Dean?
Yeah, I'm...
Cover me on this.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's so obvious, but we'll go through the quiz and see.
Probably goofy. So,
whatever.
Pick a Disneyland ride. Which one do you like? Space Mountain, the Mad Tea Party, Big Thunder Mountain, Splash Mountain, It's a Small World, Star Tours, or the Haunted Mansion?
I would have to say the Haunted Mansion. Now, It's a Small World.
I know you hate that. I love it.
It's not a small. It takes hours to get through that stupid ride.
Ever.
And the little stupid
Love
little dummies singing the same song.
Love it.
For hours as you go through there in a rowboat.
I love it.
It's torture.
How can you not like that?
It's torture.
I love it.
Walt Disney liked to torture people, apparently. That is the worst ride ever in the history of man.
All the men don't like that ride and the women do. What is that?
That is, give me a ride like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom where they're in the coal car. that I could dig. But, floating around in a boat while little dummies sing It's a Small World over and over again without anything to shoot them with, no, that's torture.
Without anything to shoot them with. Or shoot yourself up with.
Yeah, they could just put the muzzle in your mouth, get it over with. No, so I will say the Haunted Mansion.
Okay.
I do like that.
All right, well, I wouldn't pick that, but whatever. Okay.
It's my quiz.
Pick a Disneyland snack. Corn dog.
Snow White.
Yeah. Oh.
No, go ahead.
Mickey Mouse ice cream bar. Turkey leg. Dole whip.
Ooh.
Mickey pretzel or a chimichanga.
Bob Dole likes to do it.
I know.
I would have to, let's just go crazy and say the turkey leg.
I knew you were going to say that. I already have my mouse hovering over it. I know you so well.
This is what she does, Dean. She tries to get me involved in a quiz, and she answers it for me. So
I didn't answer it for you. I just anticipated
You
your
were
answer
hovering.
and hovered.
You were hovering.
Don't stick me in your drama. Leave me out of it. I
Wise
wanna get
man.
My butt kicked.
He's
at the end
wise.
of the show.
Exactly.
He's a wise man.
Okay. What word best describes you?
Oh, geez. Can we
Funny.
say that on the... Oh, go ahead.
Playful, sassy, old school, or clever?
God. Let's go with clever.
Oh, I was hovering. I hovered wrong. Okay.
I know what you were going to say, so I said something else.
I knew you were going to do that. I'm not hovering anymore. Pick a Disney song.
Even when I change gears, she still knows that's what I was going to do. At some point, you lose your credibility.
Okay.
Okay.
Pick a Disney song. Can you feel the love tonight? From The Lion King.
Oh, that's a song.
Chim Chim Cheree.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make a man out of you.
You've said that before.
The Bare Necessities. Beauty and the Beast. I've said that before.
Yeah, when we were standing side by side, but I couldn't tell who you were talking about.
When You Wish Upon a Star. Or Colors of the Wind.
I will have to go with the one I know, Chim Chim Cheree.
I won't say it.
Yes, she was
Pick
hovering.
a Looney Tunes.
Danny.
Daffy, Tweety, Marvin Martian, the Tasmanian Devil, Yosemite Sam, Bugs, or Elmer Fudd. Okay,
The Tasmanian Devil.
that was good. Okay.
Thank you.
What's your
I
favorite?
hurt myself.
Oh, what's your favorite Pixar movie? The Incredibles, Toy Story, The Incredibles, Brave, The Incredibles, Cars, or Up. The Incredibles is his favorite movie, like one of his favorite movies.
This
of all
one she
time.
does know. I will
Yes.
give you the Incredibles.
That's your favorite.
The best movie ever.
Pick a country to visit in Epcot. China, Germany, Norway, Morocco, Mexico, United Kingdom, France, Japan, or Italy.
Well, when we went to Morocco, they did give me the birthday button with my
They
name
did,
written
and we
in.
still
Yeah.
have that.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
we'll pick
Morocco.
that.
We'll go with Morocco.
Who would you want to voice to your character? Beyonce, Shakira, Britney Spears, Nicki Minaj, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, or Miley Cyrus?
It's got to be a chick.
Yes.
What? That's totally unfair.
They can throw their voice. Just answer
It's
me.
a one-sided quiz.
Okay, well, which one would you like to pick?
Menage.
Menage a trois.
Whatever her name is.
Nicki Minaj.
Close enough. It's not a list I would ever consider. Go ahead.
Okay.
Well, Miley can't. Her tongue's hanging out. How could she pronounce words?
Which classic Disney cartoon character are you? You got Chip from Chip and Dale. You're a troublemaker and probably are up to no good right now. Keep doing your thing. Your mischievous sense of humor will always make your friends' days.
Oh, thank you for that. Oh, no, thank you. Oh, I insist. Oh, thank you.
I can't believe you're Chip. That's such a letdown.
No, actually, you misread it. I'm a Chippendale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then you woke up.
Shaking my groove thing, twerking around all over the place.
Wow.
That would be ugly, wouldn't it? That's
Well, you were twerking in the kitchen the other day. You were doing the little twerk thing.
That's because I backed into the oven. I was trying to put the fire out.
No, you were actually twerking. I probably shouldn't have told
How was
that.
it? Did you enjoy that?
Yes.
Moving on.
It was great.
Yes, well, I've got enough
I
material
didn't have
to
too
work
many nightmares.
with. What's wrong with him? There's something wrong. That boy's afflicted. Okay.
All right.
That's cool. All right. Well, one news story that jumped out at me. Now, the economy stinks, and it's even worse in other parts of the world. I mean, there are lots of things economically going wrong just everywhere, and it's really hitting hard in Italy, in Sicily.
Yeah.
Because the economy is so bad that now the mobsters, the Mafia, La Cosa Nostra guys, are having to get jobs.
Oh, my God.
They can't even afford to pay their tribute to the guys who are already in prison, which is a mafia tradition.
Right.
They have to actually go out and get jobs because the places they were shaking down for protection money are closing.
Wow.
They don't know what to do.
And they can only have one girlfriend now instead of 3.
Well, that'll eat you. Economically, that'll eat you alive as fast as anything. And when she gets pregnant, don't talk to her. If she has a car, she'll take you for a ride.
How do you say quack waddle waddle in Italian?
I don't know, but you only do it once if it's a pregnant woman.
Le quack. No, that would be French.
What are you? Pepe Le Pew over here.
That was the wrong country. That's besides the point.
You look like you're quacking and waddling there. What's going on?
That's great.
Whatever.
You look like you're quacking and waddling there.
Hey, your butt's kind of big. You gonna have a girl? Even the mafia knows better than to say some things. I don't care, how well armed you are. You keep some things to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought that was interesting that even the mafia.
How do they know that? What are they interviewing people from the mafia? How would they know that?
Let me go back and check my source here.
Yeah, you don't have to check your source. We're not like the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Giovanni DiGiacomo, a Cosa Nostra Don, currently serving a life sentence, was secretly recorded lambasting recession-induced cutbacks that have forced the closure of the businesses and hotels the gang would extort money from in return for protection. So he was complaining that he's not getting his money because his boys ain't getting their money.
Wow.
The other thing, this is right on the next page here, just I happen to turn to, and there it is. The kid that would ask Miss America to the prom.
Yes. Yeah, we've had some discussions about this.
That would have been me. I would definitely have done that. And
even
if Dan were still here, he would
to.
tell. Yeah, I did everything I was told not to do. I figured if they're telling me not to do it, must be fun. So I still do the same thing. I mean,
glad the kids aren't like that.
So the kid got suspended from school for publicly asking Miss America to the prom. She declined the invitation because her schedule wouldn't allow it. And it turns out that he also had, because of this, a story went crazy on the internet and Twitter and so forth. This poor 18-year-old kid, he actually is going to the prom by himself now. But he did have some interest in his story. I actually clicked on the wrong thing. He's still dateless. He's Central York High School senior Patrick Favre. He's 18. He asked Nina Davuluri, who is Miss America, to the prom. She couldn't do it. Now, he had some interesting response to this, and I'm quoting here. The dude who runs the Nevada Moonlight Bunny Ranch brothel contacted him and said he'd personally fly out 2 of his bunnies to go to the prom with him. He said no to that because he said, I don't think my mother would like that. Again, this is something I would have done.
That's just
I would have said,
wrong.
Mom, these are twins. They go to another school. You can make up a story. He had enough stones to ask Miss America in front of God and everybody to the prom. He can't make up a viable story so that the bunnies can go to the prom with him. Okay? He kind of lost my respect right there. He also
lost my respect. You know what I'm
Khloe
saying?
Kardashian said on a late night talk show that she'd go to the prom with him, but he figured that was a joke. The first thing I would have done was start burning up the phone lines to see if I could figure out how to make her come clean on that promise. I would have done that when I was 18. The kid's a loser. He deserves to go to the prom alone. I would let him in the prom.
I can't believe he can't find a date in his school after what he did. You think a lot of people would want to go with him?
Well, the hookers like him.
It's great.
I mean,
nice, wholesome family entertainment.
And it's a New York high school. There's got to be some hookers there.
I don't know why. I thought he was in California or something.
I don't know. Anyway, he declined. He does have he is going to another school's prom. Someone who worked with him at the Taco Bell. He works at Taco Bell. Okay, now I get it. He's going to attend
He's
her
in
prom.
high school. Where do you want him to work?
He's got hookers and TV stars, wanting to go to the prom with him. He can work anywhere. He's certainly got a job waiting for him in Nevada.
He'll be yesterday's news in 3 days.
Well, this is yesterday. I think he is yesterday's news already.
That's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of hookers.
The Doc and Amy Show has reached an all-time low, and you can join this all-time low if you'd like to. 856-227-1360. Jump in on our Hooker Fest that we're having right now.
Okay. Speaking of hookers, Bill O'Reilly says that Beyonce
Who will do anything for money.
Yeah, is encouraging black girls to get pregnant. He also blames her for global warming, hostess's closure, and that time he struck out at bat in the 3rd grade. I didn't even read the story about why he says she's encouraging black girls to get pregnant. I didn't even read the story.
I hope he's encouraging, everyone not to ask them stupid questions when they do. We've already covered that ground.
Yes, we have.
There will be homicides all over the place.
So here's another thing, and I just have to. I think you would really enjoy this. I have to talk about this.
On the air?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever. I would encourage everyone, because unless you can actually see this, you really can't believe it. And I can't believe no one is throwing stuff at the producer. That's really great. That's really nice. Was that a dirty tissue? Was that what that was?
No, that was not.
Okay. Anyway.
I told you this computer doesn't like you, but that's because you threw water at me.
That wasn't water.
When you threw water. It was wet.
That was one of those Obamacare condoms that I found on the floor.
Oh my God!
You broke my computer.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, you threw a wet lid at my computer. Really? It was a wet
You
lid.
did?
See, now you broke my computer.
It's broken.
Well,
it's all over now.
I'm so sorry.
Here goes another kaboom.
I know. And I know what a disappointment it used to be in my youth when I got a wet lid.
Oh my God. Anyway, there's this cake, and it is from Canada. It's a Canadian company who made it. And picture a layer cake, like a layer cake, but without the frosting. And it's got the whole outside of the cake is pizza crust. And then inside, there are like 5 layers of pizza crust with toppings on each. So it's like the pizza's stacked up, one on top of each other, but then there's a crust all the way on the outside. It makes it look like a cake.
That's delightful.
It is really cool looking. But the only thing is, I'm thinking, once you cut a piece, how the heck do you eat it? Like how it would just fall apart, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
It looks so good, though. So everybody should look it up. Doesn't it look good? I mean, except for the fact that it has meat on it. It had some vegetables on it.
That looks like a cross-section of a thigh.
No, it looks really, it's really cool looking.
It's kind of ugly.
So go on BuzzFeed and check it out.
I can't wait.
I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, a pizza cake. This is what everyone needs. Okay. We were talking about Disneyland. We did a quiz on Disneyland.
Yes.
Dan just sent me a little email here, and I wanted to kind of bring this to people's attention. This has been out for a while. It's been in the works. It's Escape from Tomorrow is a horror film that was shot secretly in Disneyland.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'll read the copy. By all reasonable standards, Escape from Tomorrow shouldn't exist. Filmed in the shadows at 2 theme parks without permission, this is one smart, scary, and daring flick. Written and directed by first-timer Randy Moore, Escape from Tomorrow represents an example of what some film industry insiders call guerrilla filmmaking. On location at Walt Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California, without obtaining any filming rights from the Disney company, Moore and his rebellious cast and crew shot snippets of what would become a dark noir Sundance hit. The film is ostensibly a trip to Disneyland gone wrong. According to the film synopsis, and indeed a very, very promising trailer, we can expect paranoid visions, bizarre encounters, and an obsessive pursuit of a pair of very sexy teenage Parisians. And that's according to Mother Jones. This is, and I'm not going to read the whole thing, but that's something, check that out, Escape from Tomorrow.
This looks really interesting.
A guerrilla film shot in
So
Disney Park.
he took this to Sundance?
Yeah.
Is that what he did? And did he win any awards or anything?
Well, I imagine they're writing it up all over the place. This comes from news.com. Looks like Australia. Yeah, Canberra.
Well, on IMDb, it's in the top 5,000 movies of all time, so that says something.
IMDb's carrying it well, so it must have. I'm going to assume it did something.
You can watch it in
At the
Amazon
festival.
Instant Video. I wonder if it's included in Prime.
I've
Check
seen
it out.
parts of it.
Really?
Yeah, when they first started noising it up, I don't know, last year, I think, there was the...
So what does Disney say about this?
I imagine they're pretty PO'd. I don't know.
I mean, does he? I mean, can he do that without getting rights from them?
Legally, no. But apparently, he doesn't care. He's just like me. Just doesn't care.
And they haven't sued him or anything. It would probably make them look bad, so they probably won't do it.
Well, I know people are taking, video all the time there as tourists, but if they're capitalizing on that, I would think that would cause a whole world of upset. But we'll see.
Well, Disney, I think Disney can kind of, because they've been such wholesome family entertainment and they're so well respected, I think they can kind of get away with a lot. Like, back, I guess it was in the fall where they stopped the ability for handicapped people to bump to the front of the line. They switched that up and they just put them in the fast pass lane because people were hiring faked handicapped people, like rich people, so they could bump themselves up in line.
Why wouldn't they just get a wheelchair?
And they were doing that as well because they would watch them and they had a feeling that it was fake, and they watched
when
them.
The guy got up and ran up the ramp.
Right, and that's what happened. They'd get out of the wheelchair and they'd walk around, or they'd get up and walk, and they knew that they were just faking it. So, they put the brakes on that, and now it's a fast pass you can get. So it isn't the same as...
Yeah. Well, we tried that too, and that didn't always work.
In the new Disney thing they have, and I can't remember what it's called, but we got something mailed to the house because we're on their mailing list. The new bands they have.
Smart bands.
The smart bands. I forget what they're called. But they can track, they have GPS in them or something, and they can see wherever you are in the park. They can track
it's got the NSA in it, is what it has.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't want them tracking me everywhere. That's just nuts. But they get away with stuff. It was a news story for a half a second, and then it went away. So
because they hushed it up because they want you to know they're tracking you.
Yeah, well, everybody knows now, but they tend to get away with stuff.
That Walt Disney was a communist?
I've been told that before.
Yeah, he was part of the Illuminati, a communist. He was all kinds of crazy, dark things. No,
I also heard he was a murderer, but that's just rumor.
yeah.
Well,
I heard he had people, he had the mob involved, and I don't know.
Wow.
Craziness. I've heard all kinds of...
He framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah. So, anyway, I had to put that in there. Dan, thank you for sending that. That was something I hadn't heard of in a while. So now they've taken this out of the box, taken it to the festivals, and I'll be looking to see just how that did.
Well, I'm on a page from that pizza thing.
No more of the pizza thing.
And then
your butt's getting big. You must be eating pizza.
No, there's like food stuff on BuzzFeed, which I never knew. BuzzFeed Food, never knew about that activity. So now I know.
Hey, when you got a buzz, pizza is just a thing.
I know. Well, this thing looks awesome. It's this 47-layer dip. Looks so good. That's a lot of layers.
47-layer dip.
It looks awesome. Like my mouth is watering. It's like beans and cheese and cheese and beans and beans and cheese and then beans and then tomatoes and then cheese and beans.
And beans and more beans. And okay. Well.
No, they have like donuts on here. Wow. Oh, it actually lists out the layers. Brown rice and chicken nuggets. Ew, I want a chicken nugget.
I ain't no chicken nugget.
No, Kraft mac and cheese is a layer? Oh, I'm not with this.
Oh,
I'm not down with this.
It sounds delightful, though.
Cool Ranch Doritos are in there, though.
1 Michelin star. Yes. Not from the regular company, from the tire company.
Macaroni. This is a lot of work for one dip. Tater tots are on the top.
You're a lot of work for one dip, I can tell you that.
Whatever.
Speaking of cheese, the North Koreans...
Okay.
I'm trying to say that.
Great segue.
Wait for it, darling. Emmental cheese happens to be a favorite of the pudgy, goofy-looking little dictator of North Korea, Kim Jong-un.
That's pretty good cheese.
When he was studying in France, obviously not, studying fashion. He happened to fall in love with Emmental cheese. So the three experts from Pyongyang will study for several months at the National Dairy Industry College in the eastern French city of Besançon to learn the secret of making the hard, hole-ridden cheese, which apparently became the favorite of his leader when he studied in Switzerland. Switzerland, okay. Yes, that's the German part of Switzerland. No, when he was studying in Switzerland, because they couldn't apparently get it to come out right when they were trying to make it in Korea.
Really?
Yeah. So it's apparently their cheese didn't cut it.
Oh, jeez.
I'll let you work on that for a second.
Yeah, well. So I have these T-shirts up, and they're all about naps.
She has her T-shirt up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And there's 28 T-shirts all about naps, which I think is kind of crazy.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, there's an app for that, yeah. I like to party, and by party, I mean take naps.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a good one. When does hibernation start? Because I'm 100% participating in that.
Yes.
Here's another one. This one's good. This nap's not going to take itself. Okay. This is the last one I'm going to read.
Quintessential one.
This is my favorite. Dear Naps, I'm sorry I was a jerk to you as a kid.
I'm going to make it all up to you right
because
now.
I hated taking a nap when I was a kid.
Oh,
now I'm like, God, I love a nap.
My mom, I was like a ball in a pinball machine when I was a little kid, if you can imagine that. My mom would lie down in the afternoon, she'd put her arms and legs around me to try to hold me in bed, and as soon as she fell asleep, I was gone. And she'd have to chase me down again and start over. So for a couple of hours while she was trying to get her nap, I was Houdini.
That's great.
A lot of fun.
You gotta love it.
Now, do you have something... I don't know if we have anything stored on the computer that we can play as our outro here today.
I don't think we do. Nope.
Okay. Well, so much for that.
We'll just
it's on the other computer. So when we get that back, we'll be all good to go. So
I have another story.
Okay. If you
start getting your act together while I talk, if you want.
If you want to commit yourself to that,
I will commit myself. Have you ever heard of Jim Henson's Creature Shop?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a show on Sci-Fi.
I'm related to it. What are you talking about?
There you go. It's a show on Sci-Fi. And Enold McDuggan, who was last week's winner on Jim Henson's Creature Shop.
Wait. Enold McDuggan?
Enold McDuggan.
Are you sure that's not one of the creations?
I'm sure. He won for creating what the judges called the most hideous creature in recent imagination.
It looks just like Joan Rivers.
However,
I'm sorry.
He's in big trouble because it turns out that Enold's creature was actually Rosie O'Donnell without her weekly face and back wax in drag, which is confusing since she's already a female. There is no Enold McDuggan. I have no idea how I made up that name.
Oh, well, there you go.
Wasn't that creative?
I like that.
How did I come up with that name?
Our next child will be named
Enold. We're having another baby?
Yeah, I just want to see how big your butt will get.
You know what? That is not right. You're so mean.
You must be having an Airstream trailer.
Wow, you're just so sweet.
I almost stepped on your line there. I'm sorry, I didn't realize where you were going.
That's okay. That's why we should talk about this ahead of time.
I guess, yeah. There's.
You're like Enold? Is that a real name? I feel like saying no. I totally made that up.
Shut up, I'm wrong. Yeah.
That's great.
Well, leave it to me to be the one to ruin things.
I'm sorry the show's almost over, but I am really looking forward to the chicken and dumplings. That's a positive.
Well, when you get them made.
My mouth is watering. Everything's ready. I just have to do the dumplings.
You have things way out of sequence, don't you?
I just have to do the dumplings. I'm excited.
Well, at least you're taking care of business.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, this brings us to the close of another Doc and Amy show. You can hear me rustling things around here. I'm sorry about that. you can join us again next week at 5 o'clock on Sunday, and we will be certainly happy to have you join us. We do have some Drew Jacobs and Todd Chappelle CDs still left to give away, so do call us next week. You can check us out at theDocAndAmyShow.com. Check our website. Our shows are archived there. And do visit us on Twitter, and any place you can find us, certainly play along. Thank you so much. We will see you next week. This has been the Doc and Amy Show.
Bye.
AC 1360 AM.